I'm always amazed at how Amanda Seales has the patience to debate people who are intellectually beneath her. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful or demeaning way. I mean that in a way of there are two languages happening and only one person in that conversation knows that there are two languages happening. And that's frustrating. She has amazing, I guess that's a part of like a skill of debate is to have patience, because my God, I'm like, God damn, you're all some fucking dumbasses, and I'll just be done. But she does amazing work of trying to educate people, because God.
Hello, wonderful people. I believe all of you are fine and doing well in this regime. For those who are new here, kindly, I'm Marvin, and please feel free to hit the subscribe icon and follow my page. If you find this video educative, of value and of essence, you can as well share to your family and friends. Thank you. Also, like this video. On today's episode, our focus will be in Amanda Seales' Jubilee debate, which comprised of 1 black radical versus 20 black conservatives. This debate has brought mixed reactions all over the social media, with different arguments on different perspectives. It seems black Americans are at war with the black conservatives because they don't support the ideologies of black Americans. Clearly, Amanda Seales is on the side of black Americans. She is against the white supremacist and systemic racism that is available to all black Americans living in United States of America. With the first video we have just watched, we can clearly get to see the argument that is in this video. Clearly, black Americans are backing up Amanda Seales, while majority of black Americans are against the 20 black conservatives in this video. With the videos I've compiled here, we are going to see a 7-minute video where a part of the debate where one black conservative had an argument with Amanda Seales on black Americans in the United States of America. In this video, you can also get to see the argument that it is within the black family. Black Americans have a war that is within them. Black conservatives, it is a disease that is within the black American family. Also, we can get to see the argument the debate will bring up about in the living standards of Americans and immigrants, and also the African immigrants who are living in United States of America. We are all one. Either you are a black American, a black conservative, because you are under the black American lineage, because you are brought and raised in America, you deserve to be under the black American category. Let's watch the following videos I've compiled and come back at the end and discuss its implication to black reparations that is greatly against the black American family. Make sure you watch the debate which comes immediately after this video, and let's engage. Share your comments.
Amanda Seales is a better person than me because I would have flipped the table. Why did she say black people deserve reparations? That boy with a terrible haircut sat down and said, why do black people uplift King Von but not Ben Carson when he's a real hero? What the hell are you talking about? Like, that's why I think a lot of those people, specifically black people who are extreme conservatives, are just narcissistic. Like, he had zero counter what she was saying. He tried to stray the conversation, a talking point that you couldn't even have time to conceptualize, stray her away from proving her point. Now, I will say there was a few people on the episode who sat down, actually understand what she was saying, ask questions, which I think is very important because a lot of people who live in this echo chamber of conservatism have no clue what the difference is between a Democrat, a liberal, radical leftist. That's why a lot of times you'll see people who will call people who are left-leaning, they're just the communist Democrats. They're two separate things. They believe in two separate ideologies. A lot of leftists didn't even vote Democrat in the last election. So it's clear and evident that he just sat down for the sake of an argument. Even when she started to ask him for his heritage, he started lying to better fit his narrative. Like, to be against black Americans getting reparations, you yourself aren't even a black American, crazy.
I have two really big thoughts about Amanda Seales being on that god-awful place called Jubilee, the place that platforms the worst people imaginable. The first of which being that black conservatism relies on the contradiction that race doesn't matter and black people are inherently bad. We'll then oversimplify and misuse statistics, and this is not specifically a black conservative thing. This is a conservative thing across the board. But for example, when Charlie Kirk says something like this,
we have spent over $25 trillion on black America in 60 years, and black America's poorer than before we started. We're talking about Medicaid, food stamps, we're talking about schools, public housing. The issue is not the amount of money.
if I were there, I would actually remind him that the number he's throwing out there is the amount of money that United States citizens have paid in taxes and received services back for. But Charlie's entire viewpoint is that black folks aren't real citizens and that anything that we get as a result of our tax dollars spent is a handout. When in reality, the government providing services is the byproduct and response of taxes paid. But they can't actually believe that because that is the biggest conservative contradiction, that anything the government does is a handout for lower class and minority folks, but anything for billionaires is because they've earned it. Take that and then put a black face on it and it becomes even more insidious. And the wild thing is, Amanda handled herself with these black conservatives, which leads me to my second point, which is that sometimes we can get so caught up in our intra-group fighting that we forget that we have actual enemies out there. Because Amanda and I actually agree on a lot of things. We both care deeply and passionately about equity, about racial equity, about the plight of black folks. We just fundamentally disagree at times about how to get there. But when she's fighting conservatives, I'm over there like, do it, lady. Because despite the fact that we are kind of in the same group, we have disagreements in our group, once we get outside of that group and look at our actual enemies, we're reminded of the fact that we have more in common than the craziness that they are. Apply this same logic to Gavin Newsom because, yeah, we're in the same group even if we don't agree on everything, but that orange man in the office, that's our actual enemy. And I get it. There's a lot of reasons why people don't want to give her props. I understand it. In that context, Amanda and I are on the same team. Once we come back into our intra-group context, we are once again fighting over the specifics of how to get things done. And that duality is beautiful and that nuance is necessary. And we need to remember that as we are fighting the big fights of this world. Thanks for coming.
Black conservatives are black people who really don't like a whole lot of ghetto shit. They don't like a whole bunch of loud shit. And for the most part, I think black conservatives, they don't really identify or they don't really resonate with the entirety of the black community. For all intents and purposes, most black conservatives live in nice communities. They work directly with white people. They have high paying jobs. They have education. They don't connect with the shit that goes on in inner cities. They don't connect with the shit that goes on in the hood. They don't connect with the shit that they see online, ghetto shit. They don't connect with all that hood shit, hood ghetto shit that you see on the cruises and all that. Conservative black people have no idea what is happening in these communities where crime and violence, and they don't really want to know what's going on in the jails. They don't really give a shit. If your ass is in jail, your ass shouldn't have probably been doing that shit to get fucking locked up. Black conservatives don't give a shit at all about reparations. They don't give a they don't care about things like that. They want to work hard for what they have. But at the same time, black conservatives are blind because they have no idea what is playing against them. They are just looking at it and saying, you know what? We're not like them. And you know what? This is the big difference with black conservatives. Black conservatives say to themselves when they go to sleep at night, well, at least I'm not like them. Well, at least I'm not like them. So if you don't understand the point that I'm trying to make here, you have 50-50. 50% is black people that are trying to do good, that are trying to make something for themselves. And you got an element, which is the other 50% that just don't give a fuck and is going to try to do whatever they can to live their life. And it's just like the two halves, they can't coexist with one another. You know what I mean? The two halves cannot coexist with one another. Black conservatives are not fucking with black liberals. You know what I mean? And I think that's I honestly think it's such a sad thing to say when you watch things like the Amanda Seals debate, where you have young black people that completely have no idea that they're black. You have black people coming from other countries that are passing judgment on black Americans, and they think they're not black. Africans and Jamaicans and everybody that comes from different countries, they don't connect at all with black people. You know what I mean? But they have so much to say. And it's like, when are y'all gonna realize that you can't have one without the other, man? You cannot have one. We cannot make progress as far as like crime and getting shit under control when we're sitting up there pointing fingers at one another, calling ourselves black conservatives.
If you're still here with me, God bless you, God bless your family, and God protect you from all white supremacists who are trying to bring the black American family down. With the videos we have just watched, we can clearly get to understand and see and get to know what the subject matter really talks about. In this debate, one radical person, Amanda Seals, and 20 black conservatives, of course, they are people who are learned. They know history, but not deeper history of the black American family, because from the last video we just watched, you can clearly get to understand the black conservatives. They are people who are learned. They are people from different dimensions of the black American family, and they are a disease that is within the black American family because they feel they have an upper hand more than the black American family. They are people who are from the rich families. Clearly from the video of the debate, you can clearly get to know many of those black conservatives are young people. They are young blood. They have a lineage of rich families. They don't know the poor black American people, and they don't know the ghetto shit that is going in and eating up the black American family. Clearly, Amanda Seals is supporting the ideologies of the black American families. Why would these black conservatives be against black Americans? Why would they argue against the black Americans? Clearly, from the videos, we can clearly get to see that majority of black Americans, they support Amanda Seals because she is trying to protect the black American family, and the black conservatives are trying to bring up the bad shape within the black American family. Truly, this shows how bad they try and how bad these black conservatives are against the ideologies of the black American family. Amanda Seals clearly is defending the black American family from all white supremacists. She is clearly against systemic racism that is eating up the black American family. In this regime, it shows how white supremacists are clearly downgrading the black American family. This debate clearly needs more views, because not many people understand what's going on in this debate. That's why I'm here to break it down for you, so that you all can get to understand and see how Amanda Seals is protecting the black American image. If you're a hater, clearly you will be against Amanda Seals because she is bitter when you try to talk bad about the black American family. She is a person that black Americans need to look up to, and in this video we can get to see how good this lady is. A lady of pure heart, a lady who supports black Americans, a lady who clearly hates people talking bad about the black American family. What's your take in this episode? Will you side with Amanda Seals, or will you side with the 20 black ideologies? From the videos we have just watched, we can get to know what I mean. Let's engage, share, comment, and I will humbly respond to you. See you on the next episode, family, and remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you. Goodbye.